So, hi everybody. We are here for our peer review of OMA, O-M-A, I guess, Task 1. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I guess I'll say OMA Task 1. And we are in two teams to do peer review today. And so we're going to let the ladies start with a review of Task 1.
You want to go? You want me to go?
Go ahead, Catherine.
Okay. I thought yours was really great. I'm always impressed at how much, how good you are with the visuals, with the graphics and the charts, and how well you include like the screenshots and stuff to explain the different things that you are writing about. That always helps with the narrative. I thought it was very well done. I didn't see any issues worth mentioning. So at this point, I kind of feel like we've all seen each other's stuff so much that we're very used to the way that we write. And so it makes sense to me. So I feel like we're not really still in that spot that Dr. Bullis was talking about where he doesn't understand what we're trying to say. I guess we kind of are all used to each other at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great. It looked good to me. I didn't see any issues.
Oh, thank you. I'm still trying to get used to screenshots. I had to go on YouTube to do that last semester. So I'm still learning. But what I love about yours was the subtopics. It was really straightforward and it made it easier to read and follow. The only question I had was, and I think I put it in the peer review, was where you said your school doesn't have an SLT. But then it was required by the county that each school has it. So I don't know if you want to clear that up a little bit. Do you have is it SIT SIT committee or no at your school? You're on mute.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if our internet froze or what. David logged off, so he'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what happened, though.
Okay, do you want me to repeat?
Yeah, if you said something, I'm sorry. I totally missed it, but.
Oh, I was saying that yours was well done, too. I love that you had a lot of various subtopics, which made it easier to read and easier to follow. The only thing I saw was at the end, and I did put it on the peer review, was where you said your school, some schools say SLT, some schools says SIT. I think you said your school does not have one, however, it is required that each school had one. So I just wanted you to clear that up a little bit. That was the only thing.
Yeah, well, I did that because for some reason I was under the impression that, like, I don't know if it's a difference between North Carolina and South Carolina or what. Like, according to that prompt, it seemed like the school improvement team was like something a little bit more official than what we have. Like, what we have is like parents and stuff, and they have absolutely no control or input whatsoever on any kind of budgeting or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know if the school improvement team per se was like a North Carolina thing that actually had some sort of clout within the school.
No,
ours doesn't.
No, the SIT and the SLT is the same thing. It's just that you have to have a representative from all over. So you have to have a parent rep. You should have a student rep, but we don't normally do. Of course, you have a rep from each grade level, but it's like the leadership or the improvement team. So they make goals and so forth. However, as I sat down with the principal and I sat down with our representative from 4th grade, they do not have say in the budget. They can make recommendations and then they can discuss the recommendations. And if it is going to help with academics in the building, then that's something the principal can think about. And then if she has, my school is a Title 1, and she says she really doesn't have a lot of wiggle room because it's federal money.
Right.
So, however, if they do have like a little bit left, then that money has to go to something that every child, although we have like a very unique school, everybody has to benefit from whatever she's going to purchase. but SLT can't say to her, you have to purchase it. They can make suggestions, and then they'll have to sit and discuss how is it going to help with the students in the building. And then from there, if they have extra money, then she will meet with the financial secretary, and then they will decide whether or not they're going to get it. So it's not like they can tell, okay, you need to do this with the money.
Yeah, our school is very lacking. We don't have that at all. It's like one meeting a month.
Okay, it is. It's one meeting every month.
Well, I'm actually on ours. We've had 2 this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Oh no, we have it once every month religiously.
Yeah, and it's a waste of time. Ours, it doesn't actually do anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good job, Catherine.
Yeah, you too.
That must be somewhat North Carolina because I don't know about Charlotte Mecklenburg, but Wake tends to want to do everything their own way.
Mm-hmm.
We call it the Wake way. And it sounds like we have a lot of similarities with Sion, so I assume that must be state.
Yeah.
As she said,
That makes
like
ours
our school.
that makes ours sound awful.
Oh,
Like
really?
ours compared to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, our school improvement teams in Wake, like for example, the principal, at least in my experience, the principal doesn't tend to run it. The principal tends to be a member, but it tends to be, there's pressure to have a faculty to facilitate.
Mm-hmm.
We always have a parent representative. As Sion said, it's more for transparency, and so that they're kind of, keeping us honest, and they don't vote on things necessarily, but the meetings definitely take a different tone having a parent there. And then we have task forces that are aligned to each part of the SIP plan. So there's definitely a lot of delegation and empowerment built into the plan. So really everybody on staff, there's an expectation that either they're on the team or they're part of the team in one of the task forces, and then the task forces all have to report data back quarterly. So really everybody in the school, including a parent group, is part of the SIP plan. And let me tell you, I've seen schools that didn't do it right, and the principal got majorly weaned out when district office came and the quarterly reviews weren't done right, or they weren't using data. So it definitely seems like it's a big requirement of North Carolina if both of us kind of have that same experience.
Yeah, see, ours is,
a lot of these tasks, it's like we already have systems set up.
Yeah, ours is our principal and our API, and then 4 teachers, 4 parents, and 4 kids.
Wow.
And like I said, we've met twice this year. And both of those, we were given an agenda by the principal, who decides what we talked about at those meetings, and it was not meaningful at all.
The only reason is that why we don't have a lot of kids is that at these meetings, this is what governs the school body. So you do discuss teachers, you discuss who will be coming back the next school year. So it's almost like a meeting that things shouldn't be said outside.
That's awesome.
Right.
Our admin does that behind closed doors. We have no communication with that at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I like y'all's way better.
Yeah, come on up this way one day. It took me a while to kind of get back in the swing of this, even kind of using Zoom. And, David, I got your paper off of the Blackboard. It took me a while to remember. And then I uploaded it to Blackboard. Like, I kind of remembered how to do it, but it really did seem like it'd been a long time since.
Yeah, it did. It did. I didn't upload yours until today. I forgot to do that part.
Yeah, no problem. Do you have any questions any specific questions about the feedback that I can answer in this forum?
No, I did not. I thought you gave good feedback as always. I had a hard time getting started with this one. I felt like this one was more difficult to get started. I felt like the research part and the other ones was a lot easier to get the ball rolling. And this one, to find a starting place was kind of tough for me. But no, I thought your feedback was good and helpful.
Yeah, likewise. I appreciate the feedback. I don't have any specific questions. I'll email you if I do, but I don't have any specific questions necessarily for this Zoom. And obviously, in the feedback, it'd be a little bit redundant. I think I put strong points and just a couple things that I thought. Obviously, this isn't a final draft. I know, especially you being a teacher, I know that you're planning on doing edits and stuff.
Yeah.
The task stream. So really, it was just some suggestions for final editing. But I thought, obviously, it was a very finished product for task one.
Yeah, I thought the same of yours. Only thing specifically I noticed on yours, I think I mentioned that schedule graphic that you had. It showed up. It was kind of blurry on mine when I looked at it, and I don't know if that was just maybe I had it the wrong size or something, but it was a little blurry. So you may want to look at that. But that was the only thing specific that I remember, that needed to be looked at. Honestly, I thought you did a really good job. Yours made me feel like mine wasn't very good.
Oh, no. I think we all feel that way. Read each other's papers. Feel like, wow, I wish I would have got that data or put that in mine. So does anybody have any comments or anything to say before we tie it up? I know we all have been in Zoom now for going on an hour with our other Zoom sessions. So, and I know some people want to get to the game. Anything anybody wants to conclude with, or any other questions that you have for your reviewer?
No, let me ask a question. It's not about the task. I'm still kind of in limbo with the task stream. But what I did was I went and I printed my ASPO, and I made sure, like, for every competence that I did, I just went back into task stream and I took something from there and put it into the artifact. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the Apto. However, the thing that's getting to me is the other one, the digital one. Like, how many links do we need for each? Is there a minimum? Is there a maximum? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
For the digital competency, the links, is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Like,
I think I was shooting for 3, just hoping to kind of throw a dart, like, sort of in the middle there.
mm-hmm.
As far as I felt like I didn't want to go overboard, but I felt like that probably was going to be good for most people that reviewed it. So I can't say I have any facts behind it, but I think I'm just shooting for 3 if I can do 3.
So it would be 3 because they haven't reviewed it yet. I think that one is going to be reviewed at the end, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm just not doing 1 link or 2 or whatever. But as you said, 3 sounds good enough.
3 sounds good, I would think.
Yeah, my nightmare is getting a big list of things that they say that I didn't do and then having like a week to do it all when I have a whole semester to do it. That's a recurring nightmare.
That's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I'm going back into my paper. And then for each, as I said, competency, I'm just going back and I'm just taking stuff out and putting into task stream so I don't forget anything.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
So are we good on the schedule next week then? I don't have it up, but
yes.
I think the other alternative is possibly to skip next week and then do 2 and 3 together if anybody wants to try to avoid the weekly, or if you guys feel more comfortable with once a week. And then obviously we won't meet again for a while because we don't do a Zoom for task 4, and then it'll be a while until we have a task 1 again. So is there a clear preference? I guess it'd be easier. Does anybody want to necessarily push back against meeting next week, or are we okay with next week?
I think we should just try to keep on track. As long as everybody's task is in Blackboard, I don't see why we need to wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
one a week helps me. It helps me get it done. It pushes me to get things done.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
And again, I don't have the schedule up. We don't have a meeting with Bullis or anything next week, right?
No, but we have with Robertson.
Robertson on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
So-
the schedule says we have one at, that's just us at 7:30. Yeah.
Okay. Since we're meeting with, I hate to change schedules, but since we're meeting with Robinson on Tuesday anyway, does anybody want to just do our Zoom? And I don't know, you guys might not all be ready, but does anybody want to try to just do the Zoom after Robinson, or should we just stick to the Thursday?
It's fine with me.
That's fine, because that's task 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've all,
Yeah,
I mean, David still got to finish his.
Yeah, I'm not
Everybody
far
else is
there.
done, right?
I'm not far.
So
Mine is that I'm just waiting on him to give me feedback so I can just upload it to the whatever, so I can put it on BB so you can, whoever is reviewing. But mine is, well, I think it's finished. It depends on what he has to say. So if he gives me feedback tomorrow, I can maybe get it up on Monday on Blackboard so it can be reviewed for Tuesday.
That would work.
Yeah.
All right. So if the Zoom master will send out a link on Tuesday, I guess if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Then we'll stick to Thursday. But for me, there's just something mental about having to do it in 2 different days.
Yeah.
Right.
That'll just free up the evening and
Yeah.
a lot easier. And as we've seen, Robertson may be traveling, it doesn't look like he's planning on his sessions to be all that long.
No.
Right.
And our team tends to comprise about 75% of whatever we do, which is still a little bit odd.
And don't worry, we're ahead because, I mean, there are others who haven't even submitted anything. So,
Yeah. It kind of started off where people were kind of strong, and then it seems like we're in the same pattern where, again, if there's 6 people, it's 4 of us and 2 of all the other people. And then I look in the Blackboard and it's like 3 of us and no other people that have submitted stuff. So,
because it's a lot of work. It's a lot.
it's a lot.
And it seems like people want to just get it done, but nobody really knows. Every time you turn around, you got to turn it in some different place or do something else.
wait till the summer session. It'll be a whole new process.
Yeah. I swear I've turned task 1 in 5 times, 5 different places.
But then we wouldn't have anything to Zoom about if we didn't
Right.
to show us how to put stuff in and stuff.
A cycle of time wasting.
All right. Well, I'm going to update the schedule then and send it out just so that we're all clear on when we're going to have our next review. And I guess I'll see everybody on Tuesday.
Okay, nice seeing you guys.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
All right.